Once upon a time in a beautiful, faraway village, there lived a king and his prince called Akpan. When it was time for Prince Akpan to get married, the king asked all the families in the village that had young ladies to present their daughters for Prince Akpan to choose from. After the family presented their daughters, Prince Akpan was disappointed because he was unable to choose a wife from any of the ladies. This made the king angry because he felt some of the families were still hiding and did not bring their daughters forward. So this made the king to make a very harsh rule that whoever did not bring out their daughter and they found out later would be sentenced to death. Meanwhile, there was this couple that we are going to call Joe and his wife Grace. They were blessed with a beautiful daughter called Amaka, who was incredibly beautiful. Afraid that the prince might fall in love with Amaka and bring trouble to their family, Grace insisted that they went to hide her. So Joe agreed to this and they went to hide their daughter in the forest. The reason why they did not bring their daughter out to be chosen by the prince is because their daughter is still young and is not up to the age of marriage. One day, Joe and Grace were away working on their farm, but the prince was hunting nearby. He saw a bird perch on the fence of their farm, and the bird seemed to be mesmerized by Amaka's beauty, who was hidden nearby. Akpan shot an arrow at the bird and it fell inside the fence of the farm. So he sent his servant to fetch the bird, and the servant stumbled upon Amaka that was hiding there. The servant was instantly captivated by her beauty and rushed back to tell Prince Akpan what he had discovered. Curious, Prince Akpan broke down the fence and found Amaka. They talked for a long time, and eventually Amaka started to like the prince. Akpan kept his love for Amaka a secret from his father, the king. The next morning, he sent a gift of 60 pieces of cloth to the father of Amaka as a form of dowry, and in the afternoon, Akpan visited Joe and asked to marry Amaka. Joe was worried for his family's safety, but eventually agreed when Akpan promised to protect them and is going to be patient for Amaka to grow up. When the queen learned about Akpan's intention, she was torn between her fear of the king's anger and her desire for her son to marry Amaka. She decided to give Joe more money, clothes and yam as additional dowry so that he can agree to the arrangement. For the next 5 years, Akpan and Amaka spent a lot of time getting to know each other, and when it was time for Amaka to get married, Akpan boldly told his father that he wanted to marry her. The king was very angry and summoned everyone in the kingdom to the marketplace for a big meeting. In front of the gathered crowd, the king and the queen took their seats. When Amaka stood before him, the king was amazed at her beauty. He was initially angry with Akpan for disobeying him, but when he saw how beautiful Amaka was, he forgave Akpan and cancelled the harsh law he made. The people in the marketplace agreed that Amaka was a good choice for Akpan, and they asked the king to cancel all the harsh laws in the village altogether. The king agreed, and he called for the traditional law enforcers and told them to cancel the law throughout the kingdom. After the event, the king declared that Amaka would marry Akpan and that they would have a huge celebration that would last for 50 days. As a sign of his gratitude, he also gave Joe half of his kingdom to rule over and 300 slaves to work on his farm. Akpan also gave his father-in-law 200 women and 100 girls to help him with his work. Joe became one of the richest men in the kingdom after receiving all these gifts. Akpan and Amaka lived happily together for many years, and when the king passed away, Akpan became the new king. This story shows us that love and beauty can bring unexpected blessing and happiness, even in difficult times. So that will be the end of our episode today. I hope you have enjoyed this story, and don't forget to look out for the next story, and I hope you have a great week. Bye.